What if you could make money, build relationships, and actually get your project done, all while doing something you had to do anyways? I call it the Sawdust Strategy, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. If you're anything like me, there are things that you have to do anyways. Now in my business, I teach people how to build funnels and I teach them how to write better Facebook ads. And it just so happens that in my day-to-day, I do that a lot. I'm already building funnels. I'm already writing Facebook ads for my business, for my private clients. And so what I decided to do was package up and bundle up that over-the-shoulder look. I mean, imagine if you were just a fly on the wall in my office and you could just see me do what I'm teaching you to do anyways. There's a difference in showing somebody a PowerPoint saying, all right, now run an ad. Or right now, go ahead and build a one-click upsell page in your funnel building software. And maybe I could teach a few bullet points and talk about the theory of doing it, or I could actually hit record and document that process myself. And that's exactly why the Sawdust Strategy is so powerful. My son, Ben, he's 9 years old and he is completely obsessed with building stuff at our home. He's not very good at it yet, but he's figuring out how to maneuver the hammer and the nails and make the angles and the cuts. And so far he's built a table and he's already built the floor for what will hopefully someday soon become an awesome looking shed. And last night I caught him watching TV and sanding this new table that he had built. And there was sawdust everywhere. There was sawdust in the carpet and sawdust on his face, and there was sawdust on the floor and sawdust on the dog bed. It was everywhere. And of course he had to go clean that up. But the notion is, well, what if you could take that sawdust and you could sell it? He had to build the table anyways. He had to sand down the rough edges anyways. What if that sawdust became really valuable? It'd be like mowing your lawn and having a big bag of grass that people were dying to pay for that big old bag of grass. You had to mow the lawn anyways. Now you can sell the overflow. All right, so let's talk about how a chef might do this. Let's say you have a cooking business and you teach people how to cook. You can tell them how to do it, or you could demonstrate how to actually prepare that beef Wellington as perfect as possible, right? Fitness professionals do this. If you're helping people get in better shape, they might record their workouts and document their workouts. And that's the exact same strategy that we can use to build those relationships and make money with an over-the-shoulder look at the process from start to finish. So my wife has an event production business and it's going amazing. However, with the recent shutdown of in-person events, she had to make a quick pivot to an online course. So we were out walking the dog one day and she said she wanted to pivot her skills and turn it into an online course. She said, the only thing is, I don't know how to do that. And I paused for a second and I smiled and I said, I know exactly how to do that. I do it all the time. I do it for myself. I do it for my coaching clients. I do it for people on my membership site. I teach and I talk about building courses. I know the exact process. And so the first thing I did was I laid out the exact steps to go from idea to implementation on how to build a course. I called it the course launch checklist, and it was just a Trello board that my wife and I were mapping out how that would go for her business. And I thought, you know what? I bet people would like to see this checklist. And so what I did is I took the Trello checklist and I turned it into a PDF that people could download. And then I ran some ads to it and a lot of people downloaded it. In fact, 2,266 people downloaded the course launch checklist in the span of just a few weeks because it's a popular topic. People want to know how to go from idea to implementation. So now that my wife and I had the checklist and we knew the steps that she would have to take to map out her course and actually take it to the market, I thought, I'm already going to do this. I love my wife. I want to see her online business succeed. And so I was going to document the process. I said, I bet while I'm building this anyways, some people would find value in the actual steps that we're taking every single day to basically just check these items off this checklist. So we did everything. We had to build a brand. We had to build an audience. We had to create a lead magnet for her. We had to build an email list. And she was starting from ground zero. She didn't have a list. She didn't have any followers on social media. She had nothing. And so we had to build that all out from scratch. And I documented the entire thing. So module 1 was the pre-work before you go to launch a course. Module 2, I called make. We have to start to make some of the assets. Module 3 was market, where you have to actually market this course. And module 4 was manage. And check these numbers out. I sold access to watching me build my wife's course for just $50. And it generated $6,858 in the span of a few short weeks. Now my funnel process was simple. I would run an ad saying, here's the checklist to go from idea to implementation. And on the thank you page, I would say, hey, I'm about to go do all this. So if you're curious and you want to demystify what actually goes into building a course from scratch, then just click below and give me $50 and type in your credit card. And I'd be happy to show how that worked. And then every day I'd send out a short email with the activity from the day before, why we did it, and where it fits into the overall strategy. And people loved it. In the beginning of this video, I talked about how important it is to build relationships with those people you feel called to serve. Now I'm in their inbox every day, demonstrating my expertise, leading them and coaching them through what it takes to build a course. By doing it, by building my wife's course and showing them behind the scenes process, I find that it encourages people. Literally, it imparts courage into the people to say, oh, that's what goes into choosing brand colors or choosing a font or setting up a landing page or building an email list or setting up Stripe or setting up ActiveCampaign. I did everything in this whole process. And what's really cool is my wife did what we call a founding members launch, and she enrolled 20 people at $100 a piece to help watch her build her course, if that makes sense. So I'm documenting the funnel side, the marketing side, the course creation side. She is actually bringing in 20 of her target customer, charging them a low fee of just $100 to be able to watch her build her course, give her feedback in exchange for a lifetime access to the final course once it's done. So when you add up what my wife charged her founding members and what I charge people for the over-the-shoulder look at watching me demonstrate the whole process, we made $8,858 on something that we had to do anyways. And so think about that. What could that be in your business? What is something that you have to do anyways in your day-to-day? It might be how you record a podcast, or how you run a Facebook campaign, or how you set up your webinar, or how you market your business, or how you do a sales call. You have to do those things anyways. And there's a good chance that the people that you seek to serve would find value in the behind-the-scenes preview of how that actually looks. There's a lot of mystique and a lot of mystery in what we do to get success in our businesses and for our clients. And so if we can start to take down those walls and take down those barriers, it gives people tons of courage so they can go out and get results, make momentum in their business as well. Now, earlier in this video, I talked about a founding member launch, and you can watch this video to see exactly how a founding member launch works. Thanks. I'll see you in the next video.